Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamirun Imsant. Let's have a look at the headlines. Inflation in Colombo designates continued price stability in the capital city. Allocations for the education will be made targeting the country's future development needs. News in detail. President Anukumar Dissanayake has chaired the pre-budget discussion for the Ministry of Education, outlining key priorities for the 2026 fiscal year. The meeting focused on enhancing infrastructure, expanding access, and improving the quality of education across all levels. During the comprehensive review, the President emphasized the need to address critical gaps in school infrastructure, including facilities, resources, and digital accessibility. Key directives included accelerating the ongoing national program to develop 1,000 secondary schools with modern facilities and ensuring equitable resource distribution to rural and underserved communities. The discussion also covered plans to expand vocational and technical training programs to better align with market demands and economic goals. Proposals were reviewed to increase investment in teacher training, curriculum modernization, and higher education research capabilities. The President stressed that the 2026 education budget should reflect a strong commitment to building a skilled, competitive workforce for Sri Lanka's future development needs. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka recently issued a special commemorative 2,000 rupee currency note to mark its 75th anniversary. The note was officially presented to President Anukumar Dissanayake by Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe. This commemorative note, the fifth such issuance by the Central Bank, features the theme Stability for Prosperity, reflecting the institution's commitment to economic stability and national development. The design incorporates symbolic elements representing the bank's 75-year legacy of monetary policy and financial stewardship. The note will remain legal tender and circulate alongside regular currency, serving as both a functional banknote and a collectible item marking this milestone anniversary. The presentation ceremony took place at the Presidential Secretariat, highlighting the collaboration between the nation's monetary and fiscal authorities in pursuing economic stability. The Colombo Consumer Price Index recorded an inflation rate of 1.2% in August, maintaining stability compared to previous months. The index reflects minimal fluctuations in both food and non-food categories according to the latest data. The Colombo Consumer Price Index for August 2025 shows the inflation rate remained low at 1.2%, with the overall index standing at 193.3 points. This figure represents minimal change from July's numbers, indicating continued price stability in the capital city. Both food and non-food categories showed negligible month-on-month changes, suggesting consistent control over inflationary pressures. This sustained low inflation rate represents the 12th consecutive month of single-digit inflation, reflecting the effectiveness of current monetary policies. This prolonged period of price stability provides significant relief to consumers and supports broad economic recovery efforts. The central bank's measures appear to be successfully maintaining economic equilibrium despite ongoing global market uncertainties and domestic challenges. Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. A major regional summit on disaster preparedness concluded recently, focusing on strengthening early warning systems across South Asia. The policy dialogue brought together experts to enhance anticipatory action for climate-related risks. The recently concluded South Asia Policy Dialogue on Early Warning and Anticipatory Action represented a significant regional effort to accelerate risk mitigation strategies. Disaster management authorities from multiple South Asian nations collaborated on developing integrated early warning systems for floods, cyclones, and other climate-related disasters. The dialogue emphasized the critical need for cross-border data sharing and standardized protocols to improve response times during emergencies. Participants discussed implementing advanced forecasting technologies and community-level preparedness programs to minimize casualties and economic losses. The outcomes included commitments to establish regional coordinating mechanisms and funding frameworks for anticipatory action, marking a substantial step toward climate resilience in one of the world's most disaster-vulnerable regions. Regional experts and policymakers are sharing crucial insights on strengthening disaster preparedness across South Asia. Their comments follow last week's landmark policy dialogue on early warning systems and anticipatory action.
Our communities across our region continue to face increasingly frequent and severe natural disasters. So South Asia is the most hazard-prone region in the world, from floods, landslides, droughts, extreme heat, cyclones, earthquakes. So the people and economies of this region face constant threats from a wide range of hazards. These recurring disasters not only cause immediate loss of life and damage to infrastructure, but also undermine long-term development, intensify poverty, and pose challenges on resilience of vulnerable communities.
On the international front, Sri Lanka, like many South Asian nations, has aligned itself with several global frameworks and conventions. The Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015-2030 and the Paris Agreement on Climate Change and the Sustainable Development Goals provide us with comprehensive policy foundations. These frameworks emphasize multi-hazard early warning system, community participation, and anticipatory action as central pillar of resilience.
YKK Holding Asia partnered with the Real Madrid Foundation to empower over 300 underprivileged Sri Lankan children through a special football clinic. The three-day event concluded recently at Colombo's racecourse grounds. The YKK Asavo Kids Football Clinic brought together children from orphanages and underserved communities across Sri Lanka for professional football training. Local coaches also received specialized training from Real Madrid Foundation professionals, ensuring the program's techniques continue benefiting communities long after the event. The initiative focused on teaching both football fundamentals and essential life skills like teamwork, discipline, and confidence. YKK donated all training equipment to participating organizations to maintain the program's sustainability. This marks the third edition of the clinic in Sri Lanka, which has reached over 7,500 children across 12 Asian countries since 2007.
We are very happy to come back after 9 years and to continue this meaning journey with the local community. The program is the flagship CS program of the YKK ASAO. One important goal to give children, especially those who don't have many chance to play sports, an opportunity to play, learn, and go through football.
Stay tuned for stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on mixed notes today. The all-share price index gained by 65.09 points to close at 21,062.45. The S&P SL20 dropped by 5.43 points to close at 6,071.36. The turnover was over 13.2 billion rupees and over 533 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.